We live in a country that we take so much for granted. Running water, access to public transportation, electricity, a roof over our heads. You will likely have both at home, a computer and a smartphone. Food, education, access to hospital, medicine. Yes, just around your corner, you'll find your local pharmacy to get a pill for a quick headache. Many in this world, millions in this world, are struggling every day for this basic stuff. And today, we have a wonderful young man reminding us it's never too young to make a difference.
I'm a rising senior at Jesuit High School. I got started on El Salvador through the Florida Youth Institute. I had to do the World Food Prize essay to apply. And I wrote my essay on El Salvador and struggle with food security and crime. And after writing that paper, I just was overwhelmed with the strife of the people in El Salvador. And writing a paper is one thing, but it doesn't make much of a difference if you just move on from that and you're going with our daily lives like we all do. And I wanted to actually do what I thought would help the people. So I got involved with Food for the Poor, and we got started on fundraising for this project in Los Naranjos, El Salvador. If you're really inspired to make a difference in your community or in another place, it starts with you. No one's gonna come to you sending you an email and asking you if you want to go to El Salvador or Guatemala, because if you want to make a change, then be that change and see it. Take action, contact a local fundraiser group that you have, like Food for the Poor, Metropolitan Ministries. You can make a big difference in your local community and all over the world, but you just need to take action.
Max, I would like to start with you first. When did you turn this school assignment to a project of your own? What motivates you to do more than an assignment?
I have been volunteering at Metropolitan Ministries the past 2 summers and seeing the families come in, and after interning as an administrator for the kitchen, I just felt really inspired to get involved with food security. I wanted to learn more about it. Mm-hmm. So I applied for the Florida Youth Institute, which is a summer program offered by the UF College of Agricultural Life Sciences. And I was required to write an essay on a country of my choosing, and I choose to focus on El Salvador. And it was through Food for the Poor with Nista Guste that I got an interview with one of the families from El Salvador. And it was after being accepted into the Florida Youth Institute that she reached out to me and with this project. So I wanted to make real what I was researching, what I was studying. Researching and writing one thing, it doesn't really do anything until you actually apply what you learn. So I wanted to help out.
What do you like most about the project in El Salvador that you're funding for, the greenhouse project?
Well, it kind of hits a little close to home because we have grow boxes in our backyard where we grow peppers as well. I enjoy, of course, that it's going to be beneficial for this community, but if there's one little thing that I personally kind of like about it, it's just that I can go outside and kind of imagine what it's going to do for the people.
How did you first introduce to Food for the Poor?
So I got first introduced to Food for the Poor through my dad, who suggested that I could get in contact them because this was just at the beginning of okay, I gotta pick a country to research food security in, and my dad mentioned Food for the Poor, who works in South America, and it was that way that I was introduced to them.
I see that the apple didn't fall too far from the tree.
No.
So, Brian, as a father, how did the experience, change the entire environment of the house? Seeing your son getting so connected to this project, helping people that he may never see in face to face?
It made a big impact on the household and her family. I think a lot of the family, Max championed the project, but we all got behind him and we supported him in various ways. Administratively, giving him some guidance. But I think probably the thing that was personally touching for me as a father is seeing my son step out and work on behalf of the poorest of the poor. And for people that, Max said they really don't have a voice like we do. And I think, seeing Max make real and to bring, the gospel message into our household and live it out was a beautiful thing. And I was really happy to be able to, help him with it.
And what about you, Max? How this whole experience has impacted your life?
Well, obviously before this, I wasn't always thinking about anyone outside of like my immediate area. So really, my world has kind of expanded. I've been sort of sheltered in Florida. I am very fortunate to have a family that can provide for me anything I need. I can go to a great school. There's plenty of food for me to eat. And I just hadn't really considered other people and whether they had that until I was volunteering at Metropolitan Ministries. And that's not even to the degree that it is in El Salvador. And if I'm being honest, I can't imagine what these kids and what these families are going through in El Salvador. I really can't. It's really that bad. And it's just, my life has definitely changed. I've just broadened my horizons.
Well, I know that you say that you cannot even imagine what they're going through, but it's special people like you that take on those challenges and making a difference in this world, lifting people up and give them hope. So we thank you for all your effort, your support, and also for being a Food for the Poor donor. We know that this is the beginning. We have much to go on. How did you get your community to help?
So I obviously reached out to a lot of my family members, not just in Florida, but across the US as well. And I collected donations at my local church. The poster you see behind us is one that my family helped me make. And it was really just through word of mouth, writing letters, like physical hand letters, emails, just to people that we know, that we were able to do this great work. I mean, it was at times it was a bit of a slow process, but I'm just really glad that we were able to finish as strong as we have.
Yeah, and another thing too, I don't know, Max probably remember this, is early on, a good friend of ours had a connection with the local news outlet, Fox 13, and they came over and they did a segment on Max, and that generated revenue. So that helped quite a bit, kicking it off. So there were a lot of friends and family that supported this, but there was also people who we don't know, who made
Jumped in.
made the sacrifice to donate it. And that, to me personally, that was very special because, these people don't know us, but, they saw the appeal, they saw the need, and they were generous enough to donate.
Well, thank you for your time. Thank you for making this big, bold moves and helping people in El Salvador. May God bless you and hope to see you soon.
Thank you. God bless you too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Always. Well, thank you. This is Stephanie with Food for the Poor, and I'll see you next time.
This has been a production of Food for the Poor, united in God's work.